everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well, having a beautiful day. We are currently at this beautiful cafe in Doha called Laura Cafe. It's my first time being here. Absolutely wonderful. Furthermore, the reason why I have gathered you here today is because there's been something on my mind that I wanted to discuss and speak with you about. And I think it's actually a very important message that people need to be reminded of. Also because it's actually something that, you know, me personally as a person. That is hilarious, Basal. For those who've been watching my videos, know that for the past 4 months, I've been on this journey of like self-discovery, self-discipline, growth, and solitude. However, I feel like this weekend I kind of messed up and it was a bit of a setback for me, you know, and I came to realize that it's okay to mess up sometimes, and that doesn't erase all of the progress that I have been doing for the past 4 months. If anything, I'm able to learn from this moment and actually grow stronger from it. And I know that sometimes, like, you can slip up when things weigh heavy sometimes, but it's all about how we choose to respond to moments like that. And I just think moments like this can be a powerful reset if we allow them to be. What matters the most is how we choose to move forward from here, you know, and I'm not going to continue beating myself up for it or feeling bad about it. And because what's in the past is in the past. We're here now. You know, how will we move forward from here? What's next? You know? What's in the past is literally in the past. Absolutely no control, zero ability to change anything what's in the past. So for that reason, we have to think about what are the next steps. We have to think about the future. We have to think about, okay, how will I rectify this issue? How will I move forward? And, you know, sometimes, like, the wasted time in the past it's not something you can get back. But we're alive today. We're here today. And we have, I want to say 100% control of what we will do next. In the time that we have next. You know? And I also think that I learned or realized that actually sometimes it's all about the balance, you know, and not just about being 100% focused, being 100% just into your work and just doing work. Because I honestly think that can be very unhealthy. And that's exactly what I've been doing for the past 4 months. It was just all about work. Whether it's physical work, actual YouTube work, my business, my 9 to 5, or should I say my 6 to 1. But it's all about the balance. It's really all about the balance. You know, although I want to say give 70-80% to what's actually important, which is your mental growth, your physical growth, your emotional growth, your healing, and 30-20% to your social life. Because your social life is actually also just as, well, I don't want to say it's just as important, but it is important. It is important. Yeah. Like having the few valuable people around you to be with, chill with every now and then. But don't lose focus, don't forget what is important. What's actually, well, your friends are important, but I don't know, maybe that's just where I'm different, I guess. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the people that I consider my friends, and I value the time we spend together and who they are as people. However, I don't value so much socializing, if that makes sense. I don't really care for it. Yeah, I don't really care for it. Something just flew right into my eye. I feel like I've reached a stage where I've done enough of that and spent a lot of time doing that, socializing, being around people, being around friends. And it's just time to actually focus on the things that will help me move forward as a person professionally and will be useful to me in the future. I am literally turning 28 soon. Oops. Yeah. And guys, this literally hit me like last week, and it took me about a week to accept that and be okay with that. If you're wondering why, it's because I feel like 28 is halas. That's an adult. That is 2 years away from 30. And you know what's crazy? I so know that every year I say this, like every year I'm so shocked by, turning a year older. Ever since I was 23. I remember when I was 22. When I was turning 20, I was like, oh damn, I'm 20. I'll be turning 20. I'll be turning 22, 23. Every year was a shock. Every single year was a shock. Yeah. But 28 is different. 28 is different because 28, that's 2 years away from 30. And I actually do want to have kids before I'm 30. That's in 2 years. Based on everything that we've been talking about, I hope that you go easy on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Everything is essentially all about the balance. Having a balance, like rather be fully encompassed, is that the word? Or fully on the side of just like your growth, or let there be a balance. But don't spend all of your time on things that won't ultimately benefit you. Self-growth is such a important thing. Self-growth is such an important thing. And that includes like being emotionally aware, being emotionally secure, healthy, mentally competent, or rather intellectually competent. But and that takes reading, that takes learning and researching and just feeding your brain, essentially. That's how you grow as a person, through seeking knowledge. That's how you grow as a person. And one thing I've actually realized is there is really nothing more beautiful than being a secure individual. And what I mean by that is everything that I just mentioned. Intellectually competent, emotionally secure, just a healthy person, and as well as physical health. Like this stuff is so important, and not just so like important and beautiful, but as I'm working on myself and as I'm growing, I don't know, I just come to realize that every day I'm getting closer to the person that I want to be, and I'm loving that journey. I'm loving that process. And every day I realize I'm loving the person that I'm becoming, which is why that when, there's a setback, it hurts so much, because it feels as if, I've taken a step back on my progress. Yeah, correct.
learn from your mistakes وتعلمي منها وحبيها وما تكرهيها. ما تكرهي أي حاجة بتخصك يا وصال. دايما حبي نفسك حتى لو غلطتي، حتى لو كنت في أصعب الأوقات، ما تتخلي عن نفسك. نفسك دي هي الشيء الوحيد يعني اللي بيبقى ليكي، فاهمة؟ ما هي زول تاني. always take care of yourself. وانتي ما بديتي من الصفر، بالعكس كملي في اللي انتي بتعمليه، وبالعكس حترجعي أقوى إلى الله أكتر. فهمتي الخطة الحلوة؟ love you, don't stress out. ما تتضايقي، ما في حاجة في الدنيا بتستاهل الضيقة. تذكري الحاجة دي.